Ebonite Brand Manager alongside Kyle Barnes. We're here to talk to you today about our new series, The Pursuit. In The Pursuit, we have a new concept. We're actually releasing two new high-performance balls, the Pursuit and the Pursuit S. The Pursuit is an asymmetric core. The Pursuit S is a symmetric core. Both balls share the same new cover stock. We call it our hyper-branched MDI technology cover stock. The balls are also finished the same, with an 800 Ebonite pad and a 1500 Ebonite pad. The 1500 Ebonite pad is a new sanding media for us, so the balls do come out of the box with a lot of surface texture. With this new cover stock that we're introducing to Pursuit and Pursuit S, you find the balls still maintain a lot of length, but really strong continuation. And I'd venture to tell you, the best performing balls down lane that the Ebonite brand has ever released to the market. No doubt about it. So we had an opportunity to go out on the lanes with Kyle today. So let's get Kyle's evaluation of the Pursuit and Pursuit S. Kyle, what'd you see today?
Well, definitely everything you just mentioned. The Pursuit, I was able to get a little straighter through the lane with. Me being a high rev player, it was really difficult for me to stay straight. With the Pursuit, I'm definitely able to do that. I maintained that clean through the front. You never see the ball lose energy. That's huge for me, especially once I start getting a little straighter. I tend to wrap a lot of tins, and I flat tin a lot as well. And with that ball, I didn't do that at all today. Definitely keeps me a little bit straighter, so I'm able to take advantage of a lot of straighter players. And then going to the Pursuit S, which is usually my A game. I like to step in. I like to see the ball make that huge motion. It didn't lose energy. Like you said, it was definitely clean through the front, which helps me a ton because I really get caught up in that front lane burn, and it takes off. So I was able to, really take advantage of it being clean, even at, the surface that it comes at was surprisingly clean. And then it maintains a lot of energy down lane. That's something you don't really see with a lot of balls making that huge motion. Is it retaining enough energy to carry? And for me, it just retained a lot of energy, continued through the pin deck, and struck a lot today.
You bet, and he certainly did. One of the things that I was surprised about going through the testing process of the Pursuit and Pursuit S was when we encountered patterns where the front of the lane really blew up, so the lane was playing like there was a lot of carry down. With Pursuit and Pursuit S specifically, the balls really still maintain that length down the lane and still gave us continuation. So you can still chase the pattern left with a high-performance ball. Typically, you'd have to put that high-performance ball away. But now you can still stay with that strong cover stock, still chase the pattern in, and still maintain that strong continuation and that awesome move through the pin deck, which is something that I think the Pursuit and Pursuit S really exhibit. It looks like it has so much texture.
Yeah.
But it's clean.
Yeah, because when he first pulled me out of the box, and I was like, these things are sanded charcoal, so I'm like, all right.
You're getting me right.
And then I'm like, oh Lord, I guess we'll see what we got. And then the more I watch it, it's just the fact that it's so clean from the front. Like I think that's the big thing Cal Center and I run into. Like once I start getting left, it's like everything I throw, I flat throw. Because these are so much for me. And then these things are just, I mean, they load up, and then the next thing you know, it's just boom off the spot. It's just, like I was saying, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Hello, Ebonite fans. Ed Gallagher, Ebonite Brand Manager, alongside Sue Shellhart. We're here talking today about the new Pursuit and Pursuit S by Ebonite. Now, the Pursuit is our new high-performance ball that has a mass bias rating of 0.008. And the Pursuit S is a symmetric version with no mass bias rating, it being a symmetric product. Now, Sue, you being on the lower rev rate side, what did you see out on the lanes today with the Pursuit?
One of the weaknesses of the low rev player is the inability to be able to move in and open the lane up and still have the carry power on the back end.
Good point.
What I saw today was this ball get into a good clean roll in the mid lane and roll straight through the pin deck, and it carries amazingly. It allowed me to open the lane up. I could move in, I could move out, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to do with this ball.
Excellent. And one of the things that I saw out on the lanes today, I haven't watched you a lot of bowling this year, was you were able to migrate further away from your target and create more angle down lane than I was able to see you really do with any other product this year in bowling. So really, what I saw was a real strong mid lane, strong back end continuation, and that carry percentage was really, really high.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now with the Pursuit S, what did you see when comparing the Pursuit S to the Pursuit?
The Pursuit S went a little bit longer down the lane for me. I see that ball being one to work well when the mid lane starts drying out a little bit and the Pursuit is maybe reading a little bit too early.
Yeah, no doubt.
It still had the strong carry on the back end, still performed well, but I really feel like the Pursuit is the ball that's going to be my mainstay on a variety of conditions.
Excellent, because that was going to be my next question. Very good. Yeah, definitely with the Pursuit S for you, if that was in your arsenal, that would definitely be a ball that I would use when the mid lane really dries out.
Yes.
But if you had one in your bag, the Pursuit was going to be the ball that Sue would have in your bag.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hello, Ebonite fans. Ed Gallagher, Ebonite brand manager here alongside Tony Churchy. We're here today to discuss the new series from Ebonite, Pursuit, with the Pursuit and the Pursuit S. If you remember from the introduction, the Pursuit is our asymmetric version with a mass bias rating of 0.008. The Pursuit S is a symmetric version with no mass bias. It was really fun to watch you out on the lanes today, Tony, to really take these balls through the paces. You being a player that's on a lower rev rate side, what did you think of the Pursuit?
I was really impressed when I lined up and threw the ball well. It struck. Of course, all the balls are going to do that for you. Then I tried to throw some different shots. I stood in the same spot, tried to miss right a little bit. The ball recovered, still drove through the pin deck, and carried the 10 pin, which when I start to try to hook it a little bit more or get a stronger ball, it doesn't do that. Then I tried to line up to hook it or to miss even further right or hook it more. The ball would recover, and it would still drive through the pin deck and not leave the flat 10 or the solid 10. I probably threw 30 or 40 pocket shots out there, and I think I left maybe 1 or 2 flat 10s and no solid 10s I can remember. And then we moved a little bit further left just to see how far I could move left outside of my comfort zone because I throw it straight compared to the kids nowadays. And I could get it right, and it would recover, and like I said, still drive through the pin deck. I was real impressed by the flat 10s that I did not leave. That's the way I can say it.
Yeah, good point. And one of the things that Tony was really alluding to is the fact that the surface texture of the Pursuit series, there was a lot of it built into the product. It is surprisingly clean for a high-performance ball with this much surface texture. So you combine the surface texture of the Pursuits with the really strong core that's in the Pursuit, the asymmetric version, and you have that real nice clean length, but a lot of really strong mid-lane continuation. And it was really fun to see Tony put these balls through the paces and really get outside of his comfort zone and really to see the range of the products. And it really was fun to watch you with the Pursuit S, the symmetric version. I thought in watching, I was really surprised with how responsive the Pursuit S was once the mid lane blew up a little bit, the angle that you were able to create on the lane.
Yeah, and something, those two balls, normally I like to throw shiny equipment so the ball can go down the lane and can get hit and power down the lane. But neither one of those balls, no matter how far, where I moved into where the dry was, they may read early, but they still had hit and power down the lane. I still was getting out some 10 pins that really surprised me.
Yeah, they still really continue through the
Correct.
pin deck. That's one of the things that I really noticed when we did our testing for the Pursuit and the Pursuit S, was even when we were on conditions where the front really blew up and there was a lot of carry down the lane, the Pursuit and Pursuit F still allowed us to chase the pattern in and create that big angle and continuation down lane. So that was a really good point.
Yeah, and being a straight player, when I start to move in, lanes start to burn up, I have trouble, I can get to the pocket, but a lot of times I have trouble, carrying the pins. And, there was some bowling earlier on the lane, and I kept bowling on it, and, I was getting further left, but still able to knock the pins down.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch. All right, thank you very much for tuning in today. Remember, visit your pro shop for Pursuit and Pursuit S. Who are you? Know the style of player you are, and strike more. I am Ebonite, and I bowl to win.